Welcome to Kansas. Kansas. Pretty flat out here, which we already knew. We're at the first lake that we came across on a map that has campgrounds, and now we're gonna fish because all the rivers are kind of washed out, so I'm not gonna catch anything in those, so we gotta stay at a campground and lakes for me to catch something. I'm gonna start fishing, and it'd be crazy if we can make it happen today because I don't really see anybody fishing right now. It doesn't look too bad. It's not that windy.
Yeah, and I don't really think we're gonna make dinner.
Yeah, we're not really hungry. We might have a PB&J sandwich, like do it reverse. Lunch for dinner.
Dinner for lunch.
There's really no plan for today. There's really no plan for tomorrow. You know how it goes. Although, as the hours go on, the manual swap for this car is more and more likely. Water looks like trash. Shallow, super murky, not very hopeful, but I'm gonna keep fishing.
Morning. We went over into Kansas and now it's windy. Like very windy. Fishing's gonna suck today probably.
Mexico to Kansas is how long we went without a bit of wind. Now we're back in it. Probably gonna be windy for a while. The wind's definitely picking up. See about fishing today. I'm gonna try, see if we can find a spot out of the wind. So I tried fishing yesterday, didn't really get much. It wasn't too windy really, but tell it was windy all day because the water on the bank is all stirred up and brown. Same thing with the whole lake. I think from all the rain they're getting in the area, it's just super washed out. So it definitely wasn't good fishing. We're gonna try and make some fishing happen, although it's supposed to be the windiest day of the week. So right now it's like 20-mile-an-hour winds. So it's like impossible to fish on this side of the lake, but if I go to the other side, I might be able to make something happen if I find a cove that's protected by the wind or whatever. There's a park right across the dam, so I'm gonna go check that out.
You grow hair.
Feeling a bit unmotivated to fish. I mean, I've been pretty spoiled with the past couple states as far as how easy it is to catch fish, and in my opinion, great fishing. It's really easy to catch fish in places like that where there's streams or natural water lakes and it's just always clean, where right now the water's dirty and it's windy, so those are both things that make it pretty hard. And there's just, in general, a lot of people out fishing these waters. But we're headed to another lake a little south of us, so we'll see if it's any better there. And if not, we'll find a spot to camp, try again tomorrow. Here we are. It's like there's some rocks on the bank. A good sign for bass. There's a little cove over there, but there's a boat in it. We'll see what we can make happen. Moving further down the same lake. People everywhere. Looks pretty good. Kind of protected from the wind, down wood, and there's nobody here. Picnic area. Lauren's gonna do the picnic part, and I'm gonna go do the fishing part. Come on, come on. I got one. Let's go. Kansas finished right there. Boom. Little bass. This dude is freaking stubby.
Good job.
All right, let's get this guy back in the water. There he goes.
said no camping.
Looking for somewhere else to go. Went down to the end of the road and it's quite mushy by the water. We got more mud on the car. Yeah, I don't know where we're gonna go. Start looking. Found a spot. We're heading 50 minutes south, supposedly on water, so we'll see. Not a big body of water, but just outside of Wichita, Kansas. We're gonna go see some family there tomorrow. We did get our license plates mailed there, so it took a little bit. We got custom plates and ordered them in and got to Montana, and then I had my parents ship them down here so that way we could meet them in one place and put them on the car and be legal again. It's definitely the flattest state we've been in besides New Mexico. Mexico's flatter, and this is more green. Quite windy last night. Took the rain fly off the tent because it was flapping around like crazy. Other than that, it was warm, 61. Now we're making breakfast and then we're gonna pack up, get out of here and see some family.
We've only got 2 eggs left this morning, so I'm planning on making breakfast sandwich. The beautiful sandwiches.
Heading into Wichita, I gotta wash the car. It is pretty dirty. All the mud puddles that we go through, they just splash water on the car and then it dries and it's just like layer on layer on layer. And we went through some more mud yesterday, so I'll give it a rinse and then we're gonna blow out the car a little bit. In Wichita now, gave the car a quick wash and a quick blowout with the air compressor. 10 minutes from their house, and then we'll stay there tonight, just hang out and have a good time. Not really much planned. Right now, we are kind of planning a little bit of a divergent from our original plan because the transmission on this car wasn't necessarily the best when we started the trip, and we knew that. We were kind of prepared in the event that this happened. It was either we send a new transmission to Michigan or to Montana, but there's more tools in Montana for me to be able to use at my dad's shop, so I think probably go that route. I'm not going to put the same automatic transmission in this because you can't get them brand new, or even to get it refurbished I'd have to send it away, and that alone takes 5 weeks, not including shipping, and it goes to Australia, so it's just not feasible. So I'm going to put a manual in it, which they sell brand new from Toyota. Yeah, so there'll be more to come on that. It's just we'll probably spend a week there to where do the swap, and then we'll do a camping trip in Montana just to make sure that everything's good. We'll get back out of there and back on our trip.
The way you said it, that's what sold me.
Yeah?
When you said.
Stayed there for a couple days. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Great cooks, great hosts, all fun time.
We were waiting for our license plate to get there, and it never came. So we stayed extra days. It was worth it. It wasn't wasted time at all. We really enjoyed ourselves. They showed us a lot of Wichita. That's the city that they're in. So
Now we're headed west in Kansas. We're probably going to stay at a lake tonight. I'm not really sure from here. Maybe go north. We're kind of planning the whole transmission stuff. I'm waiting for a quote back from another guy. There's really only 2 people that can give me just about everything I need. I got a quote from one guy, so I'm just waiting on a quote from the second guy to see who's cheaper, and then we'll get the stuff ordered. It takes about 2 weeks to get everything. One of the guys I can just go pick it up in Montana, which would be great. Water in the middle of nowhere. We know what this side looks like, so we're gonna go check out the other side now. It's not that far of a drive, so we're just gonna go look at it.
excuse you.
I'm gonna start fishing. Looks like a good lake for it. I'm sure it doesn't get fished that much. Seeing fish jump everywhere, and it's about the time for it. It's almost 8 p.m., but sure as heck doesn't look like it.
Not sure if I remember correctly, but this meat comes from Costco and it comes in this block. And I'm pretty sure the instructions say to microwave it. You guys know, we don't have a microwave. I just put it in the pan, heating it up on both sides so I can start scraping the meat off with the spatula. Here's how the tacos turned out.
Now the roles have reversed. Lauren's fishing and I'm doing dishes and she's on a fish.
Ah, don't eat his tail.
I think that's a crappie. I've never caught one. I might have actually just, that looks like the one I caught over there, so I guess I have now, but.
Well, it's interesting. I cast it, I had a bite, and then it didn't stick, and then I cast it again, and this one's been on there. Be nice. We're gonna be nice. My first Kansas fish. Looking pretty cute. Let's call it Billy. Bye, Billy.
I haven't caught another one. It's a striped bass. Got a little guitar so I could practice. Because I learned on my last deployment we can't fit a full-size guitar, so I just got a junior. Doesn't sound the best because it's super cheap and not full-size, but it works.
Good morning. Breakfast is going. We have a visitor fishing.
I don't understand about society today. There's a whole lake wide open. Nobody's here. We're like 15 miles from a freeway in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. And this dude decides to start fishing right in front of us, 30 feet away. I promise you this spot is not that good.
Look at this egg. It's huge. I could only fit 2 eggs in the pan because it took up half the pan. Quick. Oh no, sorry, Chad.
Caught a couple fish this morning. Caught my first or second crappie. I'm not really positive. There he goes. And then a couple bluegill. There's a bunch of fish jumping around here, but it's not really that easy. It's pretty rough. We do need to do laundry, but we're unsure if we're gonna do it today or tomorrow. I don't have any service here and we took the Wi-Fi down, so we're probably just gonna head north or something like that.
I mean, the important thing is we still have clean socks and clean underwear. So we could go another day and just rewear a shirt or shorts or whatever.
Heading up to Dodge City, and then we'll get out of Dodge. I think that's where that phrase comes from. Not too much down here for us to see. There is some dune in western Kansas, which I had no idea. We're gonna go see that. Not too sure. I'm pretty sure it's owned by a private company, so you do have to pay to go on the dunes, and then you have to pay to camp. Maybe it'd be cool.
Dodge City. If you don't know what Dodge City is, ask your dad. He'll know.
Hot dog. Boot Hill Museum.
I've never seen Gunsmoke. My dad's seen it like 100 times. I'm excited for this one. Pretty cool. You can feel it in the road.
Not just meat to feed the
Oh no, prisoner. What are you in for, partner?
Stole the gun.
What? Who's gone?
Wyatt Earps.
Wyatt Herb. Oh no.
The opening of Dodge City in the very top station that greets us now is coast. The first of 5 nations.
Can I get y'all something to drink, or we just...
They do tornado siren test.
First time having sarsaparilla, or however you say it. Pretty good. Never quite had anything like it.
Tastes like almost minty, like those Lifesaver mints, the white ones. Like at the end, that's what it tastes like.
We got done at Boot Hill Museum. Now we're headed west even further, just about as far as you can go in Kansas. So far that the time's gonna change back to mountain time. There's a small sliver of Kansas, Nebraska, and the Dakotas is in mountain time. And we're going towards Syracuse, Syracuse, which has some sand dunes. Did not know that Kansas had any sand dunes. In Syracuse now, 2 miles from our spot. And there's lots of cows out here. I'm sure that ground is well fertilized.
I wonder if the water's always that low.
The boat ramp's not even in the water.
Picked a place. I got dinner going. Chad's playing his guitar. And it's nice and quiet. It's good. Gosh, the flies, like tiny little flies here, are really bad.
All over the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Just spray my bug spray. We had a plan to get up early this morning to avoid the wind, and that didn't happen. And now it's windy. The dishes and shower, and then we'll get out of here. Hamilton County State Lake isn't much of a lake, but that's okay. That's not why we came here. We came here because it's free camping close to the dunes. And I'm not about paying for campsites. I just watched the Texas video again, or I'm editing it right now, and I was reminded how I paid $38 for a campsite and then had to pay $12 for showers. Made this spot seem pretty sweet, and nobody came up to us, which is a great thing for us. Nobody even drove by. I think we're the only car that's been out here in the past 24 hours at least.
There's a main road that we can see over here, and not a single car drove by all morning.
So now we're headed to the sand dunes, and then we're gonna head north. We're about 2.5 hours from Nebraska, so not positive if we'll make it all the way to Nebraska, but I don't really think there's anything in between us and Nebraska that we might want to see. Super small town, literally a straight highway across the Great Plains. That's why you guys have to subscribe, because I'm on my last nickel. That's all we've got left.
Well, we made it. It's really interesting out here. It's the least Kansas looking place probably in Kansas.
Like New Mexico.
Syracuse Sand Dune Park.
You gotta have a flag right around in the dunes. They don't have a flag, of course, because this is the only place that sells flags. $40.
What?
They're like $50 to go out on the dunes for a couple minutes. We're gonna go look at the pond. The dunes aren't very duny. Threw up the drone, and it's mostly like this, where there's a lot of grass. Barely any dunes that don't have that. So I don't know what people would actually do here.
Well, then it worked out in our favor, huh? Size of this big boy.
We're actually struggling to find a laundromat. We drove for like an hour to an hour and a half. Found a Walmart, pull over and have lunch, but there's no laundromats in the small towns around here.
Well, I switched my directions from Apple to Google Maps, and it showed me a laundromat 3 minutes away.
One of 2 laundromats the past 300 miles.
Yeah.
Laundry's all done. Worked. So now we're headed an hour and a half north.
To Nebraska.
Welcome to Nebraska.